The ad hoc claim graph in origami is an easy way to produce a wide variety of graphs on your claims data. Let's take a look at it. Here we have one report built on the ad hoc graph template. Let's look at it in a little more detail. It's constructed like most reports. The top section is basic report information. You can have filters. You select your groupings. And in the additional options section, you specify what type of graph you're trying to build. You can even add interactive options, just like any other report. So here we see a graph that's going to show the average incurred and paid grouped by loss date quarterly in a line graph. Let's take a look. Well, we'd all like to see costs plummeting like that. Since this report has interactive options, I can easily change it on the fly. If you like the visual of an area graph, it's easy to do. If you want to show workers' compensation only, again, you can change it on the fly. But this isn't the only kind of graph you can create with this template. Let's try some different examples. The most important part of the ad hoc claim graph template is the additional options section. Here you see, for graph type, you can select an area chart, a bar chart, a line chart, or a pie chart. Pie chart obviously can only graph on one data element. Then you get to select one or two graph data elements, and you get to decide if you want to limit the graph to the top n. Say you wanted your 10 locations with the worst frequency. You could specify 10 here. Let's say we want to see frequency by quarter for our GL claims. Easy to do. I select frequency for the first data point and nothing for the second data point. I already have loss date quarterly, so I'll leave that, and we'll add a filter. Coverage is equal to general liability. That's it. Maybe we're concerned about our litigation costs. I can do a graph on the average expected settlement amount grouped by division. We'll make this one a bar chart. You'll note that with numeric amounts other than frequency, you get to select either the average, the minimum, the maximum, or the sum total. In this case, we want average. And again, no second data point. But instead of grouping by loss date, we're grouping by our division, which for us is location level 2. I want to change the filter. I want all coverages, but only claims that actually have an estimated settlement. Click Run Report, and now we have average expected settlement by division. To go a level deeper in the location hierarchy is easy. Maybe you'd like to look at the average weekly wage and the claimant age in the same graph by accident state for only workers' compensation claims. Again, easy to do. I specify average weekly wage and claimant age as the data points, leaving them as the average, grouped by accident state, and change the coverage to workers' compensation. Piece of cake. That's a pretty busy graph. Let's look at the 10 states with the highest average weekly wage. Strictly speaking, the Marshall Islands are not a state. Maybe we want to see frequency by loss level in a pie chart. When you select pie chart, origami ignores the second graph data element. We select loss level for the grouping, and we'll leave the filter as workers' compensation. There you have your loss levels. What about report lag levels? Again, easy as pie. Maybe you want to compare medical payments and expense payments by location for the past 5 years. We'll change the filter to lost date is on or after January 1st, 2006. Group by location. We'll try an area chart. We select paid medical. We want the sum, and paid expense, also the sum. And this time we'll do the top 20 locations. And we see expense is a tiny fraction of medical. And so you see how, in a matter of minutes, I created a half dozen drastically different graphs in Origami Risk.